Hi Aries, this is your reading for the week of September 11th through the 18th, or whenever you end up clicking on this video. And if it resonates for you, the message is for you, most likely. As time is not a straight line, it is not a calendar, it is cyclical, it is a cycle. We always circle back to energies. So welcome, Aries. I'm reading for Sun, Moon, and Rising in the sign of Aries for this cycle. What will be helpful for Aries to be aware of? Okay, we have two. We have the Heron. Let go of convention and follow your own unique path. We have Chickadee. The time is right to release old patterns and energies, so you are ready to embrace change. Yes, Aries, it looks as though the energies currently, what you're experiencing, is part of the cycle where we are faced with old versions of ourselves, faced with the shadow self, the part of ourselves that's conditioned, that's programmed. We have Hummingbird. Release what you've been carrying and lighten up. New joy is on the way. All of these cards, Aries, are saying to release, let go of old patterns, old habits, old ways of being, judgments, let go of convention, release what you've been carrying, release guilt, shame, blame, pain. Wow, Aries, you've got quite the heavy backpack on your back right now. I'm feeling it. It's heavy. It's time to let some of that weight off. It's time to release some of the rocks. You're carrying a huge backpack of rocks on your back, and it's heavy and it's becoming painful. So it's time. It's time to let go. White Owl, the wisdom and messages of the divine are within you. We all have our own inherent wisdom. And sometimes we allow the mind to take it, to run the show. And the mind is programmed. The mind is conditioned. The mind has many tricks up its sleeve. So I want to connect to the heart, to the gut, to your internal instincts. Embrace the powers of dance and movement to access your highest guidance. So you want to kind of start shaking some of this energy off, Aries. I feel like you're carrying a lot of weight with you. Okay, let's dive a little deeper into this for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising. These are general messages, so take what resonates for you and leave the rest. If you'd like a personal reading, you can book through my website. That information is in the description box below. BeTheChange333.com. All right, Aries, let's go. Starting to get a backache here. Must be that heavy backpack. Okay. You have a deep passion inside of you. There is a deep desire inside of you. But in order to actually achieve or to get to where it is that your passion is directing you towards, you got to let go of the way your mind is telling you to do it. Let go of conventional ways. Let go of the status quo. Let go of the need to control everyone and everything. Let go of the idea that you know everything. That will literally contain you in a box and trap you hard. Nobody on this planet knows everything. Nobody on this planet, we think we know things. We're in a quantum universe where things are always changing and evolving. You have to stay with the energy, stay present and flow with the energy, connect to the energy so that you are informed by your internal guidance system, by our emotions, how we feel about things. Not by what the mind can also shoot adrenaline, cortisol, and stress hormones into the body, and we think that that's our intuition. It's not. It is a pattern in the mind. It is trauma. It is a trauma response. It is different parts, inner protector, inner critic, inner child, We have so many parts. It's important to do some parts work, Aries. Retrieve all of your parts that have been mistreated, misguided, and bring them all back to yourself. Just, if you need help, ask for help. There's plenty of beautiful souls out there that have been through this journey, that understand this journey, and it does you no good to act like you know what you're doing. It's time to release old patterns and habits and ways of behaving. It's time to embrace change. Right now, whatever's going on, you've become extremely ungrounded. So you're not feeling a sense of stability or security right now. Must release. And your old patterns, most likely, especially with Aries, no offense, we all have our vices, but is to like have that overinflated ego of like, I know what I'm doing, I got this, and you kind of dominate others, and that is definitely a pattern you might want to take a deeper look at. That's all I'm saying, because it's getting you to be to a place of being really ungrounded right now. Yes, and the hummingbird is telling you to really release the burden that you've been carrying. And it may be other people's burdens too, and pain that you just keep taking on and carrying this weight. Once you do, new joy will be found. It will be a triumphant success, but you have to take off the backpack if you need to. Let it go. It's not yours. And if it was yours, it's something from the past that can be released. Unless you really like carrying big backpack full of heavy rocks around with you all the time. That's just a metaphor, obviously, but that is for like heavy pain, heavy emotions, things that are not expressed, things that are not examined deeper within you, and instead maybe just projected out. The wisdom and messages of the divine are within you. Stand your ground. So you're being tested right now. You're going through some challenging times right now, Aries. Some obstacles may be placed in your way as well. And it's basically, you have a destination and it's over here. And you're standing here, you're like, you've got this deep wisdom inside of you. I just have to jump over to here. You have to have faith that you're going to make it and not fear that you're going to fall down this hole and die even. You've got to trust. You've got to trust yourself, trust your instincts. Trust what you know internally, Aries. Oh my, this is a lot of energy. Can I get anything else? I'm going to take this over to the extended, which that information is in the description box below, Aries, for the Patreon. If this is where you leave us, I'm going to get you an advice card. This seems like a good spot to bring this over into the extended. There is definitely some tests and challenges we all are going through right now. Everybody on the planet, whether we know it or not. You're not the only one. We can work together instead of blaming each other, pointing the finger at each other. But this is also how we learn. What's the advice for Aries for this cycle? We have peace and friendship. I love that. Peace. I am a being of love and I release all negative energy. This is important. This is an important message for you, Aries. It's important to release this negative energy you've been carrying around with you. Maybe you have lost some friendships, some deep connections because of the anger, the rage, the negativity that is in that backpack. Maybe you're not aware of how much is in that backpack that is reflecting off of you. And when that happens, sometimes it repels other people. That energy repels them and attracts more negative energy into you. So be aware of that. Friendship. I understand that a friend is in my life for a reason. So maybe there's somebody in your life that you're upset with, angry with, And but you do sense a deep connection, yet I don't know, whatever happened, you're having a hard time shaking it. Know that this person is in your life. Everybody in our lives are here for a reason. We are all each other's teachers and students, both. Nobody is just a teacher, nobody is just a student. We always evolve and change from one way or the other. We all have messages and beautiful life lessons to teach each other, Aries. It's up to us to actually recognize this. So release your judgment, release your pain, release your baggage. If you want to continue on with this reading over in the extended, that information for Patreon, my Patreon page, is in the description box below. This is where you leave us. Have a great rest of your week and take good care of yourself. Bye, Aries.